Whoa. I turned your mic on like right at that epic gulp.
It wasn't a gulp. It was a hiccup in the middle of a sip.
It was everything. I think
The
we can all
podcast
agree.
is only starting after my hiccups go away, so you guys have to scare me. Say scary things, please.
Yeah, true. Wow.
Oh.
Boy.
Let me put the microphone right here into my throat.
Do it. Do it.
No.
Make It
I'll do
Totter
it.
says, is this the Digimon podcast? No, I think you took a left at the last intersection. You went straight into Pokésports town.
Mike, your hair grows so fast.
I
Good for you,
know,
man.
and I hate it. I don't want
I
it
swear,
to.
like Mike shaves his head clean.
Yes.
1 week, and he comes back next week. Is like,
Boosh!
I'm Mike.
And yet somehow I'm still balding. Like I don't understand. The parts of my hair that is still intact is like boosh, but it's like you've plugged up the holes of a chia pet, and it's like it's just not doing it.
the follicles you do have left are like
Yes.
to the moon.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, yeah, I think that was the first time that I've articulated that to somebody, and I'm very impressed with the way that I did it. So
They're just like boosh.
boosh, exactly. Lupus Rex says he made it to the right place. Well, patiently waiting, sipping tea. Lexon 95 Gaming. I like that because I can see like the tiny picture there. So like the logo looks like you've actually done something. You've made like a, this is Lexon 95 Gaming, and I'm curious if this is like an actual channel or not.
I know what year you were born.
No. He's 95 years old. They're 95 years old.
I know how old you are.
Exactly. Good to see everybody. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the channel. On a Monday. This is something that we've only ever done, I think, once before. And I want to say it was at the last Super Bowl, but it might actually not have been at the last Super Bowl. It might have just been around that time, and I'm getting
Super
my
Bowl is
memories
the only holiday that Pokésports observe.
Which is weird because like neither of us watch it. Like your hiccups just will not leave.
This podcast will never start.
Wow. Yeah, like I haven't even watched the halftime show yet, which apparently was just the weekend in a microwave. So
Oh yeah, I heard he paid like $7 million out of his own pocket for that own thing.
What do you mean? How so?
Like, I don't know. That he just paid $7 million out of his own pocket to make the halftime show better, I guess, for like dancers and like effects and like sparklies and like explodies and like.
Wow, Joanna with the dunk coming in saying it's actually twice that we've done this. Thanksgiving was the other time. But I don't remember that.
Or American Thanksgiving.
Yes, I don't know. What did we even do?
Christmas? We probably would have skipped Christmas.
Well, yeah, if Christmas landed on a Sator's Day. Sun's Day.
It's not our fault that they put so many Super Bowls on Sundays, okay?
Yeah.
In fact, every single one. Now we have Valentine's Day next week. Can't wait to talk about Love Disc.
True. Oh no, I just had a thought. Anyway.
Nope.
Yeah, I got to keep that one to myself. All right. Folks, it's Pokésports time. We're going to get right into it today because we have so much to talk about. So much. Canada's giving. Got it. That's the one we skipped. So that was a me request. I was like, hey, I kind of want a break. Can I take a break?
You're also moving.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, around that time.
The thing is, like, Super Bowl for me is stupid busy because I work in like food. Yeah. And Super Bowl for Mike is super busy because his bosses schedule a presentation on that day for some reason.
Kevin does work in food. He works inside of a giant chicken. And so
I am a giant chicken.
My name is Chicken Prime.
Okay. Hey, I think my hiccups went away.
Nice. So we can officially start the podcast. Kevin, are you recording your audio? Yeah, because I forgot.
Big yikes.
Can you imagine? We finished the podcast and it's like, oh, none of us recorded it. I mean, it's on YouTube, so that's nice, but the audio will be garbage.
I don't even know what episode. 66.
66.
I don't even know what Pokemon this.
See, when it's not on a Sunday, we're not in the mind. So this is a very unique experience that only apparently comes thrice a year. So
I'm now recording. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Joke.
Joke who?
Nothing.
Oh.
All right. That's how we sync our audio, folks.
That is how we sync our audio. I don't know why, because it's not like, because I always wait an extra beat before saying who's there. So it's not like I'm lining it up exactly. Like I'm recording this as well, like the video, so that I can just sync the audio to that. We never have to do this. We just do. Is this a weird realization for you?
You know, sometimes when K-pop girl bands get on stage, they have some funky ritual. This is our ritual, Mike.
This is our ritual. Yes.
We are the K-pop group Pokésports.
Yes. A Pokésports K-pop group would be very, very cool.
We're special.
That is what you are. Yeah, it took me a second. I was like, wait a second. What's that song? I know that song. No, it's not special. Is it special?
I don't know, Mike.
Oh, no. It's a Bruno Mars song, right?
I was trying to do K-pop.
Oh.
Is Bruno Mars K-pop?
I mean, is Bruno Mars K-pop in Korea?
A-pop?
It's like, do they still call it Chinese food in China? Treasure, thank you, not special. Yeah, I was like, wait a second, but that's not right. Special. All right, anyway, let's do this train wreck of a podcast. You ready? And just drink your coffee from that patented Pokésports mug. I will not.
Pokesports.org/merch. Yep.
Mug.com/spots. Don't.
Pokemon.
I wouldn't go to that. I do not endorse that website. All right, here we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Pokésports, a competitive Pokemon podcast. I am Mike, and caffeinated, I play with 2 Pokemon on the field.
I'm Kevin, and uncaffeinated, I never am.
You are never caffeinated. You are never caffeinated.
I'm never uncaffeinated.
Oh, you are never uncaffeinated, right?
Double negatives.
Oh, I think that was a single positive, what you just said.
Isn't a double negative a single positive?
No, it's not. I guess maybe no.
Wait.
I don't understand life anymore. Hey, Kevin, we play Pokemon sometimes, right?
I was actually playing today.
Oh my goodness, so was I.
Wow.
You know, it's weird that like now this is something I can actually say every day, because before, when we weren't like both making videos, there were just some days where I just didn't need to play. But now that we actually make videos of it, I'm like, okay, well, I need to like actually practice and brush up on my skills. So I'm playing again.
How are your skills? They feeling brushed?
No, and YouTube would agree. The YouTube comments are always full of like one person who's just like, yeah, Mike's not good at this game now, is he? It's like, oh.
Hey, I bet if they really meant that, they could 1v1 you.
I mean,
put your money where your mouth is. Whoever you are out there, Mike, 1v1 all of them. Just have that be your series.
Oh, no.
Everyone that gives you a bad comment, just be like,
yo, 1v1 me for video though.
You won't 1v1 me though. Best of 3.
I mean, that's all right. I'm okay with people calling me not great, because I know that, because I'm new to VGC for the past year. If they had seen me in singles, oh boy, in my heyday, I was a king of singles. I was the singles king. But now I'm all about those doubles.
Challenge Mike to a random battle. I've seen this man go like,
dude,
10-0, lose one game, get really mad that he lost one game, play another 10.
Yes.
I'm like, Mike, it's 3 a.m. He was like, it's okay.
It's fine. Listen, you know what? That's what I'm going to do this week. Okay, I'm putting out a challenge for myself. I'm going to follow up with you guys next week. Over the next week, I am going to go as hard as I can in random battles. I haven't done this in a long time. I believe in Showdown, you start out at rank, I want to say 1,500. Is that right? 1,000? It's either 1,000 or 1,500. Doesn't matter.
1,000, yeah.
Sure. Between now and next week, I'm going to go as hard as I can in random battles, and I will let you know at the end of next week where I end up.
Just clean the Pokésports account and just like wipe it and see how high you can get.
All right, I'll do that. I will do exactly that, and then I'll take a screenshot of it and I'll show everybody. That will be
top
my jam.
100.
Exactly. Welcome to Pokésports episode number 66, otherwise known as the Machop episode.
What? Already?
Yeah,
we were on Two Scoops yesterday. Oh no, I messed up.
What?
I had a great idea for something, but it was one of those shower thoughts, so it never left my mouth and went to your ears. I was gonna say that at the end of every evolution line, so like last week we had Alakazam.
Yeah.
We should try to guess what the next evolution line is gonna be at the end of that episode.
Oh yeah.
So on Machamp, we'll try to guess who the next one is. I don't actually know who it is, but I'm gonna try to guess, and I'm pretty sure you don't know who it is either.
Absolutely
so we're gonna avoid it as much as we can.
Absolutely not. Yeah, I have zero idea what comes after Machamp. You know, there are some people out there, some like amazing people who can actually recite all of the Pokemon based on their number.
In order. I've seen Sarah B. Joe do it.
That's right.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I was just like,
oh wow. That is somebody who is exposed to Pokemon. It's 1,500, says Lupus Rex. There you go. We can fail together, Mike. We can we do have a match this league. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. You know, Eli McDonald makes a very good point. Mike is great sometimes and makes bad mistakes, mostly in terrain. Yeah. Well, okay. I'll say that I'm the loudest about the mistakes that I make in terrain. Because, like, whenever I make a mistake in, say, like a psychic terrain going for a fake out or a misty terrain going for a spore, that's like the moments where I just shut down, like hands on my head, like screaming, like, just why? How could this have happened to me? I don't make these mistakes. So
Mike punishes himself more than anyone out there ever could.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. Mike hits himself in recoil almost all the time. So anyway, let's get into some podcast, folks. We've got some esports news for you today. We've got the women's tournament that just happened this past weekend. The women's tournament 2. If you are thinking, wait a minute, I thought I've heard of that one before. It's a tournament organized by Alyssa Smith, Stacey Muscat, and Terror Bear. You know, a tournament only for women and women identifying. Fantastic initiative, fantastic tournament. The winner of this one was Miss Salami at Gracie Deae. I'm not exactly sure how to say that. Might be Gracie Day.
Gracidia?
Gracidia?
Like Gracidia flower? Like isn't that what Shaman holds?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Or is that Slowbro? Something in Pokemon holds a flower that starts with a G.
Grisius Orb.
Or that.
Just a shaman with the thing that makes
I'm thinking of a small little furball. Mike's thinking of the underworld demon Pokemon. I don't know.
Of course.
Sounds like we're on the same playing field.
Exactly. You can find her on Twitter. Took home the W in the second women's tournament. And actually, while I was looking this up, it turns out that Miss Salami, has actually came in second in the first women's tournament. So there's some hashtag consistency there.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Somewhat two-peat.
Now,
pretty much a two-peat. Came back for the title.
Yeah. I wish that I had put the rental code up in this document, but I didn't. But you know what I did do is I downloaded it. And if I can just find it as fast as I can finish this sentence, then maybe, just maybe, I can actually put it up on the podcast. But I just have so many rental codes I have it here. Well, I found it. Wait for it.
I can vamp. I have the team in front of me.
Oh, sweet. Tell me about the team.
Okay.
You have the team in front of you.
So, Sun Team with Trick Room package, very spicy mons. You got the Indeedee with Focus Sash to help set up the Trick Room that the Porygon 2 sets up. You also got a Groudon to set up the Sun with Swords Dance, Precipice Blades, and Rock Slide. And a Kartana, Assault Vested, but Assault Vested with a special move, Guillotine. Just in case you really just have to.
In case you just have to. I don't know why it's not showing up.
Respect for using Umbreon over Incineroar, even though Incineroar is Incineroar, but Umbreon is Umbreon. That's all I gotta say about that. Also, respect for not using Venusaur and Sun. I know it's so tempting, but Charizard's so good, and people aren't giving Charizard love.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Because, I don't know, kind of like when you think about Sun, you're just like, wee woo Venusaur. You don't really say wee woo Charizard. Or maybe they just think that, you know, I say they as in like every Pokemon player known to man forgets that Groudon isn't a fire type anymore. That this isn't Primal Groudon, so you don't actually double up on your fire types.
I mean, that's fair. All right, so I have put the rental code up on screen. Gotta just put my camera over there. Gotta put your camera over there. There we go. We figured it out in real time. Yeah. So, I mean, again, really consistent player, really consistent team. Not that this team was present in the first women's tournament, but definitely check that out. I've seen a lot more Indeedees than I thought that I would. I've seen a lot less Umbreons than... Oh, no, I've seen a lot more Umbreons than I thought that I would as well.
One is more than I thought that I'd
right?
see.
That's kind of what I'm talking about.
For those listening, it's 0000007 5KT879.
All right, and one more time.
Nope, that's all they get.
Scatman Kevin. Scappadappa doodly boodly bop doodly doodly bop 0000075KTH79. Don't daily no. It's Salami's team.
Just breaks into In the Fog.
Yeah. Okay, so I need to actually turn this off now. Oh God, where should there it is? There it is.
Mike worked so hard to make that screen just to leave it immediately.
That's kind of like story of my life, though. Like
if you guys,
Mike puts together a 4-track song and then flubs it and then leaves it alone for the rest of the episode.
I wish I remember what episode that was.
I don't remember what episode that was. Whatever Poke Rap one. Comb through them, find them for us. Okay.
It's someone's favorite.
Yeah. And so big ups to the commentators Lulu the Pikachu, Necra, Jigglypuff, and Simply Gabby, otherwise known as Gabby Snyder, for doing a great job. Very nice. And that's the team that Salami won with, so go and use it. It's a new month, and Smogon's doing some different things. No longer, because we are in, I guess, the off-season for Smogon, are we doing the monthly shifts, the tier shifts. I think they've swapped to like a 3-month thing. So like next month we're gonna get some, and then 3 months after that we're gonna get
weird.
Yeah. But instead, what they've done, they've
sounds like
put out tiers.
Smogon's going on vacation.
Yeah, I mean, not gonna lie. But instead, they've given us tier trends for February. So Pokemon that would have risen or dropped a tier in a regular month. So right now, it looks like in OU, we've got Skarmory on the rise, 5.29% more this month in OU.
This is such a weird concept.
Yeah,
it's like,
I'm trying to wrap my head around it too.
We understand these are too good for their tier. We're going to just keep them there for a little bit longer. See what happens.
We're not going to change them that much. Well, no, I get it. Like, you don't want to change your Pokemon too much, I guess. Like, because then you're going to have to remake a new team every month. And who wants to remake a new team every month? VGC.
You mean every time that there's a major grassroots tournament, remake your team, send out the rent code? I'm done with this.
Every day on my YouTube channel.
Oh yeah.
Well, that too as well. Yeah. This month as well, Buzzswole has dropped 4%. in OU. So that's fun.
But Skarmory has risen 5%. Coincidence?
Coincidence? I think not.
Honestly, I forgot Skarmory was in the game. I legitimately thought that was a Dexit Mon.
I forgot that Buzzwole was in the game.
See, why would Buzzwole be the only Ultra Beast not allowed back in?
Why is it the only Ultra Beast that isn't used? Is my question. Although I guess Guzzlord isn't really seeing too much. That's the sound a Guzzlord makes.
It's like, remember there was that like Pokésports. It was like every time we mentioned Arcanine, we had to mention Incineroar. Every time we mention Guzzlord, we have to yell.
We have to just scream. And like half of our viewership just drops. People are like, no, too late for this. You're gonna wake up my sister.
And now I'm thinking about Dracovich's anime cry.
Ooh, no.
La la la.
La, la, la. Hey, we've got Cinderace on the rise. We've got Clefable dropping finally from number 4 to number 6. We've got Scizor rising up in UU, which is interesting to me. From 8%, from number 8 to number 1. 17.30% to 26.9%. And I'm curious why that is. What was recently banned that would promote a Scizor usage? Or was that brought up based on a Pokemon that was being suspect tested that is now gone? That might actually be it. We'll circle back on that in just a second. I know something that you don't right now. Zacian moves up. What? What? I think this is uncrowned Zacian is moving from number 67 to number 13. 0.75% to 10.55. Why are people using uncrowned Zacian?
What are these mad lads in Smogon doing with uncrowned Zacian?
What are these wizards doing? Did they create a set somewhere? Okay, Kevin, you find that out. Meanwhile, I'm going to talk a little bit about the UU Scizor situation. So we've got the completion of a bunch of suspect tests. Virizion is going to be staying in NU. It's one of the only ones that was suspect tested that's actually going to stay in its given spot. Thundurus is no longer allowed in RU, moves to RUBL. Latios moves from UU to UUBL. So now that I'm looking at that, Scizor is a wonderful counter to Latios. And now with that being taken out to UUBL, I expect Scizor to drop. Because as it's being suspect tested, obviously everybody's using it. There's a major spike in Latios usage. And as such, there's got to be a major spike in Scizor usage. That's the narrative that I've created for myself. Also, Spectre is moving to Ubers. So bye, horse.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Which means... Oh, I mean, it has to happen because Urshifu is an Uber, so Spectre has to follow it there. Zacian Crown wasn't that like banned from the game last week? Maybe that's why.
Oh yeah, you're right.
They just put that in anything goes, right? Mm-hmm. So now it looks like people are running choice banded Zacian uncrowned with play rough, wild charge, close combat crunch, jolly 252. It still gets intrepid sword, so it's still 3+1+ choice band. So you kind of mitigate the difference. You essentially become. You lose the chance to, change your moves, and I guess you lose a little bit of speed too.
Oh.
You lose attack and speed, but the choice band mitigates that attack problem.
That's fair. I want to put a major halt on what we're talking about. We're going to be going into VGC news because I just looked at an amazing question from Eli McDonald saying, when is poison type going to be viable at all? Fighting and poison types dropped the ball hard this gen because of the 90 max moves. Now, obviously the fighting type, to sympathize with Eli there, the fighting type is more or less okay because the whole thing about, fighting types is they gave close combat to like everything. So you have this 120 base power move, albeit it does have its drawbacks, but The drawbacks are usually not really all that important and don't really ruin the game as much to warrant not using them. Meanwhile, there's the only like decent poison moves like have chances to miss, and that's a pretty huge one right there. So what do you think about that? What do you when like is poison where it should be right now? Should it be buffed? What?
I think the major issue with poison isn't the typing itself, it's the Pokemon stats that are poison types. They're all kind of garbage. I just feel like poison has a very awkward stat distribution when because you don't really know if it's a special type or a physical type, if that makes any sense. There are some physical poison moves, there are some special poison moves equally not impressive on both sides of the spectrum. Because typically when you think of water type, you think of mostly special moves. When you think of fighting type, you think of mostly physical moves, right? It specializes in something. But I don't think the typing's the problem, because you do have some really great poison types. They're just secondary poison types. Usually poisons has to be paired with another type. So you have your Amogus, you have your Venusaur, you have your Nihilego, you have your Weezing. Pokemon like that are still pretty good. But when you start getting into the realm of, say, Drapion, underwhelming. Mostly because it doesn't excel at anything. It's just average. Yeah. All down the board. So it might just be a stat distribution problem. I'm pretty sure they can probably make a broken poison type if they felt like it. I mean, Eternatus does a pretty good job at being that kind of poison type. Right. Just because of its distribution.
And I mean, again, like you mentioned Nihilego. Nihilego is an example of a really good poison type Pokemon. Like, you always want to be bringing Sludge Bomb on an Nihilego. Just because it works so well for its kit. But I'm hard pressed to think of really any other, apart from Venusaur, obviously. Like, Venusaur is another good example, but like that and Nihilego, it's just like the same kind of Pokemon, just you remove the rock typing, you put in the grass typing, and you change a couple utility moves. You know, they're used for different things, and you just kind of have to keep doing it like that. It's man, because like comparing that to fighting type, it almost feels wrong to compare the two, because fighting is just so much more versatile because it's so strong.
We can both agree that fighting is a better type than poison.
100%.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that one. Like that's just the fact. The other thing, it's like the reason why Fairy is so strong as a typing is because the two, I wouldn't say the two, because I'm honestly on the fence saying that Steel is one of the better typings in the game currently. Okay. It's like such a nice typing to have. It's like offensive and defensive at the same time. Like, yes, please. When you can get an offensive Steel type that's just defensive because the typing is defensive, it's kind of disgusting. You encounter the Excadrill problem. So, like, yeah, it's just one of the problems with Fairy only being weak to two things, and one of the two things isn't that great.
Right.
It's like, imagine water was weak to just grass and bug. The water would be broken because bug is so bad.
Right, absolutely. And Gibby Jones mentions poison type buffing special attack is something I completely forgot about. Now, that's a good point. It's important to remind our audience that the whole reason that poison and fighting were brought down so much, and again, if you don't know that, then Max Knuckle is on average about a 90 to 95 power move. Same thing with Max Ooze, which is the poison max move. They did that because the buffs that they give increase for Max Knuckle attack and for Max Ooze special attack. So by doing that, it's like your next move is going to be like not just a 90 base power move, that's going to be a 135 base power move. You do that again and it's just even more powerful. Now, why they didn't do that for, say, like a Max Darkness that lowers defense, it does the exact same thing, but then it's on your opponent. So they're like, if your opponent doesn't do anything about it, then that's on them. But yeah, and anyway, they did that for Knuckle and Ooze because then I can just, spiral out of control. And it did, because you see those horses?
Good point.
That's exactly what happened.
I think the awkward thing is that both fighting and poison have immunities too, so they're very easily counterable. Maybe that's why they decided to give the stab boosting ones to those two. But since this is the Machop episode, I guess I can. This is on topic. Why the heck would they give Machamp the Gigantamax Max Key Strike that doesn't boost attack, but not raise the damage output? It's still only base 90 to 95 because it's a fighting move. That's silly.
I mean, that's a problem. And same with Garbodor and its whatever its G-Max move is. But G-Max Cheese Strike.
G-Max garbage. Like
exactly. G-Max Cheese Strike. I completely forgot what that actually does.
Raises crit chance by 1.
Raises crit chance?
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
There's math to it. Doing three Max Knuckles is technically more efficient.
Oh.
Yeah. It's technically more efficient. So, like, poor Machop. Episode number 66, Machop's tears.
The next 2 weeks are just going to be crying Machop family. That's funny. That is funny. All right. Let's get back on track, though. We were talking about the bans for Smogon, but let's get into VGC. VGC, we have some changes, of course.
We do?
Not really. No, actually. This meta is just all kinds of solidified right now. Series 8.
So we have no changes.
No. Series 8 looks so similar to Series 7, looks so similar to, prior years minus the Glacier and Urshifu.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So on screen right now, what we've got, a la last month when I did this, we have the Showdown usage for, for Showdown VGC, 1500 plus on the left, for 1630 plus in the middle, and 1760 plus on the right hand side. So on the very right, you've got the Pokemon that are used by the best people theoretically in Pokemon Showdown. In that list, and in all of the lists, the top two include Incineroar and Tapu Fini. Incineroar at 1760 plus, sitting at 44.67%. Tapu Fini sitting at 37.61%.
How did they find out about my pocket pick Incineroar? Who told them?
Who told them?
I thought that was my secret.
Every time I bring out an Incineroar and they send out an Incineroar, I'm like, who told you? Here's something interesting.
Old habits don't die. What?
Old habits don't die. This kind of further supports, I think, what I was saying last month and what I've been saying for a long time, is that the highest level people use the Pokemon that don't necessarily do the most damage. The highest level people use the Pokemon that do the most things for the team. So at the very end of the spectrum there at 1760 plus, you've got Pokemon like Porygon 2 sitting at number 3 at 30.33%. That Pokemon doesn't do damage. That Pokemon sets up a Trick Room and holds an Eviolite. But people who don't really know how to use it aren't going to be bringing it all that often. Or if they do, then they're just going to lose. And then they're not going to end up at 1760 plus.
Mm-hmm. You can bring it on a team, but if you don't bring it to the game, then you're not using it.
Exactly. You've got Regieleki sitting at 30.24%. And I guarantee you that the number 4 Regieleki at 1760 plus is a different Regieleki than the number 3 Regieleki in 1600 plus at, which is also number 3, 27.58%. I have a feeling that Regieleki at the top is the one that's using all the screens, and the one that's sitting at the middle or the bottom is the one that's more often using the more powerful attacks.
Screens in general is looking very popular this time around because Grimmsnarl is on the top 10 list here too. Lapras. Yeah, and even Lapras.
So scary.
If you look at this list, there's actually not too many Pokemon that do damage.
Right?
There's only a handful of them.
Yeah, you've got Landorus sitting at number 5, Glastrier sitting at number 6, Urshifu at number 7, Rillaboom number 8, and then 9 and 10, Grimmsnarl and Amoonguss. Amoonguss has made it back into the top 10. The Amoonguss factor is creeping up.
Oh no.
It's back.
Does it carry Koba Berry, Yaka Berry, or Alka Berry?
I can tell you that actually.
Who knows?
I do.
It's always one of the three.
It's always one of the three. Or a Focus Sash. Strangely enough, it says that 52% of people, 52% of people, the majority, use Focus Sash.
Are they going Turbo Shroom again? That's actually good information for these people to know.
No.
These people, the Pokésports commune. Oh, no, they aren't.
No.
Am I the only one?
I think you might be the only Turbo Shroom user. I see it 2.141%. That's the first instance of a super fast Amoonguss. I think you're influencing the data a little bit.
It's time. Everyone run Turbo Shroom. Clean their EVs. Go do some den manipulations. Let's get Turbo Shroom up.
Why? Why are we playing with Turbo Shroom?
All you need is one Airstream, Mikey.
It's got so 30 base speed.
It doesn't matter if you commit. It's like, I mean, anything is possible.
When you believe.
Yeah, I mean, just Tailwind. It's okay.
Just Tailwind. It's fine. Like, it beat out Kartana, the Amoonguss.
I know.
That's
what I'm saying.
Oh, wow. That is quite the mon.
Urshifu is pretty good.
Yeah, funny enough, are
there no restricted mons up here? I just realized.
Yes, I was going to say that.
Where's our restricted? You guys know we're in a new format, right?
But however, I will say that this is just inherently going to happen because most people, like, you can bring an Incineroar on a team with a Zacian, you can bring an Incineroar on a team with a Groudon, you can bring an Incineroar on a team with a this and that and the. So, like, the data is going to be majorly skewed in that sense. However, the first instance of a legendary being brought is, of course, Zacian Crowned, sitting at 5.47%. Yeah, that's just the one. And then after that, you want to guess what it is?
Kyogre.
Yes, well, there you go. It's Kyogre, sitting at 3.91%.
Next one, probably Dialga.
Yeah, there you go, 3.39%. We can keep going until you get this wrong.
Wait, where's Calyrex Shadow?
Oh, that's the next one, 2.03%. What do you think's not falling close behind?
Yveltal?
No, okay, it was Calyrex Ice. Oh, you were so close. Yveltal was the next one.
Oh, I forgot about Calyrex Ice, and here I am having a video with Calyrex Ice in the channel toy.
Yeah, exactly. You are all about Calyrex Ice.
Calyrex Ice is that close to Calyrex Shadow?
Yeah.
I expected it to be very skewed.
2.03% and then 2.0%. So
my dude's getting some respect.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I see. Only 0.03%.
It's happening.
Not bad.
It is absolutely happening. All right, and with that is going to be our recap for January. When we come back, I want to talk a little bit more about the legendaries that we've been seeing in the meta, and then we're gonna bring back an old fan favorite, and this time it's got a little twist. So we'll do all that and more when we come back from the break in just a second. See you then. And we're on a break. Hi everybody. Total Dial Dundee. I want to thank you for the $1 donation. Hello.
And the winky.
And the winky.
Thanks for the wink.
Yeah, the little wink. Spatula Titan also says hi.
Are we going to reveal the stats for the leech? Because we got usage stats for that too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we have restricted usage stats for that. We should probably talk about the fact that we're. Oh no, it's too late for signups.
Yeah, we talked about it last week, but yeah, I want to put together yesterday, so there was no time.
Wasn't there that one person? I'm sorry, I'm forgetting your name. That made a usage stat graph for us that one time. We put it on Instagram.
Yep. I think it was for. Wasn't that for the other?
Who are you?
The other tournament. That wasn't for the league, was it?
No, this was back when I was still using Indeedee Drift Plane. That was like a long time ago. This is like when we had like 500 subscribers.
Wow. Okay. I need to go and take a look back, because I do know who you're talking about. Okay. Yeah. I'll check up on that. Anyway, good to see everybody. Manuel Campos says, where are y'all located? Kevin, where are y'all located?
New Canada jersey.
New Canada jersey. I mean, that is just kind of, yeah. That is the space like in between us right here. That is the space between us.
How far are me and Mike actually from each other?
That's a darn good question. We're both Googling it.
Hey, this is the break. We can do what we want here.
Exactly.
This is I want distance. I don't want flights.
It's true. If I check a map from your town,
me and
to
Mike
mine,
are 903 miles from each other, give or take a couple. Well, Mike knows the exact town. Do you know my exact town?
Yeah, I do.
I just estimated it to Ontario.
Okay, because you, I mean, because here's the thing. When I looked it up, I saw 488 miles. So that's half the distance. Traveled half the distance.
Are you really Canadian?
I mean, I might be closer than you think, Kevin.
Oh, I see the problem.
Oh. You weren't looking from your place.
See,
you were looking from Washington.
No, I just wrote Ontario, Canada. I didn't write Toronto.
I want to see what happens when I put Ontario, Canada.
Look at the difference.
Oh, yeah. Wow. It goes like to the I in Ontario.
Yeah, it goes
it
all
goes
the
to
way
the
up
map.
there.
It doesn't go
it
to
goes
my place.
where the mountain starts.
That is funny.
Ice and the glaciers crumble.
That's really good. Yeah, not just Canada, exactly. You just go to Canada. How long is it going to take to get to Canada?
It's so weird looking at a map and being like, there are some parts in the United States just more north than Canada.
I feel like you are the first person that like I should meet up with, and that's like pretty bad because you're super far.
That's fine. We're business partners. It's gonna be a business arrangement.
We were supposed to meet up legit almost a year ago now, so
jeez,
it's just a long time coming. That's about 15 hours away. Is that 15 hours away? How long is that to drive?
It should not be 15 hours. It only took me like 6.5 to get to Niagara Falls, so you're probably just like another hour.
Yeah, it's 2 hours for me from Niagara, so that's about 8 hours. Yeah, okay, we're good. Nice. End of 2021. Let's do it. Maid of the Mist.
It was very misty.
We'll do a Pokésports from the Maid of the Mist. We get like 3 seconds in and then it cuts out because the water clogs up all the systems.
Me and Michael lose all of our equipment.
Yeah. Most Canadians live south of the North Dakota border, I'm pretty sure. You know, I think that's accurate. Not most Canadians, but definitely most people on the eastern side of Canada, because the North Dakota border.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like British Columbia is north of that. British Columbia is north of that, and that population's huge. Alberta's population's huge.
I also forgot Alaska's a state. And that's definitely higher up than you guys.
I mean, yeah.
Or all the way up there, you know?
Yes, at that point, it's fair to say that most of Canada is below the Alaskan border. Yeah, most of the population's
that's probably there. Why, like, Canadians and Michigan and Wyoming and those states have, like, pretty much the same accent.
That's why.
They're all in the same place.
Yeah, we're pretty much close enough. It's like this big game of broken telephone.
The higher altitude you are, the more your vocal cords change.
People in the North Pole are speaking like, except that's English.
Isn't Newfoundland like the English that doesn't sound like English?
Yeah, yes, it is. It is famously a much different accent. Yeah.
Have you ever heard like a Northern Ireland speak English? That's another one that I can't understand. Why are we going into accent? The break is just the peach. If you guys need convincing to join
it
Patreon,
is a very minor peach, yes.
This is exactly what you get, except you get it for like half an hour.
Basically. All right. Well then in that case, let's put the rest of it behind a paywall and we'll talk We'll talk some more Pokemon. All right.
You think that deserves the paywall? Yes.
Well, all right. Here we go. Back to the podcast. And we're back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Hope you got yourselves a snack and a drink and a wash from the sink. That's where I went with that. We're going to be bringing something back. It's been a few weeks, and so I thought, you know what? Maybe it's time. The fridge. Lupus. Okay.
Are you okay?
Before I bring up what I'm gonna bring back, sorry, I need to go back. So on our YouTube channel, where we record this live every Sunday, not this time because of Super Bowl, but Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard, we during the break we just keep talking. It's our time to talk about things that are not Pokemon. It's time to interact with the audience. It's our time to interact with each other and just kind of catch up, because we don't get the chance to do that too often during the week.
And look at maps.
Yeah, it's very similar to the Peach, which is the Pokésports post game that we do on patreon.com/Pokésports podcast, where it's just our little banter time to chat with each other, time to catch up and all that kind of stuff. And so Lupus Rex just called it the Freege, which is very funny to me.
The P and P stands for paywall.
Basically, there's so much else that comes with the Patreon, folks. Please. All right. Anyway, bringing something back. We are going to be bringing back Dexit for this week. I don't have the image for it. I wish I did. It's on my old computer. And I didn't think about it until just now, but it was like an old MS Paint drawing anyway, so that's okay.
You guys can make your own thumbnails.
Yeah.
Twitter.com/Pokésports.
Yeah. So the funny thing about what we do, not the funny thing, the actual thing about what we do for Dexit, and what it initially intended to be, was that there are a lot of Pokemon inside the Pokedex right now that aren't there, that just aren't there in Sword and Shield. You're not able to catch them. They're not coded into the game. They have been exited from the Pokedex. They've been dexited. That is the history of that term. There are some people who probably forgotten what the term Dexit means, because there are people who joined like after Isle of Armor, where people stopped talking about it. Mm-hmm. So originally this idea was supposed to be like, we take those Pokemon and we try and guess, let the other person guess what that Pokemon is by only its Pokedex entry. Now today, I'm going to change things up a little bit. Usually Kevin and I kind of go between each other and we try and test each other. Today, I have some Dexit entries just for you, and they're shocking. They're shocking. This is an electric type only Dexit run for you, Kevin.
Oh, aren't you funny? Okay.
Exactly.
Right.
So I have a few Pokemon for you, and everybody else in the comments, feel free, please, to try and guess which Pokemon. Kevin is not going to be staring at chat for this. Kevin is going to be...
Oh, you will turn it off.
Yes, yeah. There you go.
I'm staring at usage stats right now.
All right. I mean, if you think it'll
My
help. My
hands are free.
If you want to look at the Pokemon that are still there to find the Pokemon that aren't anymore, I mean, go for it. All right. Are you ready, Kevin, for your first Pokedex entry?
All right.
Now, I'll remind you, you have 3 entries that you can ask for. If you can get it off of the first one, then you're a champ. If you can get it...
lifelines?
A lifeline? What kind of a lifeline would you like?
I don't know.
Okay, you can...
Typing? Just kidding. No.
If you can't get it, I will say that I'll give you hints until you get it.
Number of syllables. I want that one.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay.
Syllables in the name. Abilities is too easy. Or maybe not.
No, I don't think it will be. Yeah.
Okay, so I want...
You might be making this way harder for yourself.
I want to, though. Come on. I mean, if I get all 3 of these right, that's boring.
You might, though. That's the thing. I'm saying you're creating all these rules, but you might just guess them all in the first.
Okay, let's wait until I get them wrong.
Yeah. You know what? You think of the lifeline, and I will say yes or no to giving it to you.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, here we go. Here is the first entry for the first electric type Dexit entry. One of this Pokemon's character.
Pikachu!
That's right. One of this Pokemon's characteristics is its attraction to electricity.
Oh, wow.
It's a problematical Pokemon that congregates mostly at electrical power plants to feed on electricity that has just been generated. This is from Alpha Sapphire. They went like really hard on the big words. Problematical.
That sounds like something that a 4-year-old would say.
I don't think it's an actual word.
This problematical Pokemon likes to chill at electrical plants.
Mm-hmm.
Alpha Sapphire. So the electrical plant in Alpha Sapphire was New Marvel City.
Oh. Whoa, nice. Okay.
Pokemon the game that's in New Marvel City. Magnemite's in the game, so that can't be it. Is it Voltorb / Electrode?
So this will be only the final evolution of that will just be that line. Final evolution in the line. So is your final guess Electrode?
Can I get a syllable, please? Like the number of syllables.
Oh, how many syllables?
Yeah, just like make the noise. Da 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 or something.
3.
Okay.
Yeah. So da da da.
Electrode. Yeah.
There you go. Congratulations. You got it.
Yay!
That's absolutely right. Yes, Alpha Sapphire, one of Electrode's characteristics is its attraction to electricity. It's a problematical Pokemon that congregates mostly at electrical power plants to feed on electricity that has just been generated.
I'm surprised that its Pokedex entry doesn't say, I blow up!
That is literally every other one. It's so hard to do a Dexit off of that. Well, anyway, congratulations. That is the first entry. You are a champ.
I'm assuming these get harder.
They might. All right, here we go. This is also from Alpha Sapphire. This Pokemon.
Mike loves that game.
Well, it's more like their Dex entries went real hard. And you'll see it from this one. This Pokemon gives off so much light that it can be seen even from space. People in the old days used to fight. People in the old days used the light of this Pokemon to send signals back and forth with others far away.
Can be seen from space?
Yes.
Is made of light.
Yes.
I don't know why I'm thinking about this Pokemon. It might be because it was in the Lighthouse episode. But is it Ampharos?
That's right.
Are you kidding?
I'm not.
That's so dumb.
Well,
because Ampharos ain't even that bright.
Right? Ampharos
Why am
gives
I
off
good
so
at
much
this?
light that it can be seen even from space. Congratulations. Very good. All right.
Wait, how do they know that, though? Who's in space looking down at it?
Deoxys.
Deoxys can write Pokedex entries now?
What can't it do?
Hold the pencil. Have you seen those arms?
Noodle arms, like trying to hold onto a pencil, just scribble, scribble, scribble. That's very good. Okay.
I'm impressed with myself.
I'm impressed with you as well. Now, here's one that you might not be able to get.
Why is 0.1% of people using Blaze Incineroar on the ladder, guys? Come on. Okay, continue.
They forgot.
Yeah, honestly.
They forgot.
They couldn't afford their ability capsule.
You're clicking around on weird things, man. Okay, here we go. Massive amounts of energy intensely stimulated this Pokemon's cells, apparently awakening its long-sleeping dragon's blood.
Dracozolt in the game.
Dracozolt is in the game.
Zekrom is in the game.
That's absolutely correct.
What electric type has dragon blood? What?
Would you like the number of syllables?
Sure, because I am lost.
5.
Elephantamon? Like, what is this? What is this digit?
Elephantam. Wow, nice.
5 syllables?
Yep.
I didn't even go up that high.
Electabuzz.
Nope.
Here's another one. I've got another one for you.
Okay.
Another entry. Excess energy.
Pokemon?
Same
Pokemon.
It is the same Pokemon, different Dex entry. Excess energy from evolution stimulates its genes, and the wool it had lost grows in again.
Is this Flaffy? Like, no. The wool. So it's a sheep electric Pokemon that isn't the Ampharos line, but also a dragon. Wait, is this just Mega Ampharos?
You did it! You did it! We all saw him connect the dots, right? We saw him connect those dots.
I forgot that was a Pokemon. That doesn't count. Mike, let them be dead.
It was a curveball.
There's not enough space in my brain to remember Mega Evolution entries.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Oh, surely it can't be Ampharos. I just said Ampharos.
Now, there's one that chat wants me to do, and I don't want to do it because it's just I'm gonna do one more.
Okay.
But just for you, chat, I will give you this one. Kevin, I think you'll get this almost immediately. A pair may be seen rubbing their cheek pouches together in an effort to share stored electricity.
Plusleminum?
No.
A pair?
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I see it.
That is the pair Pokemon.
I do see it. Yeah.
It invented doubles battles.
You think that they would have the same Dex entry? You think if a Plusle and Minun touch their cheeks together, I think that'd be bad, right? That completes the...
That would create some type of charge, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't have to be bad. They like electricity.
That's true.
So I guess it would be good.
That's true.
For them. Might be a little stimulating.
Mm-hmm.
But you said something about cheek pouches, so it has to be a Pikachu line. It has to be...
A pair may be seen rubbing their cheek pouches together in an effort to share stored electricity.
Is this Pachirisu?
This is Pachirisu. Funny enough, its HGSS entry it's one of those kind of Pokemon with electric cheek pouches. It shoots charges from its tail.
It's one of those.
It's one of those kind.
World champion Pachirisu.
Yeah, it's one of those. Okay, so that one was for you, chat. There you go. I've got one more.
Oh, they wanted that one?
Okay. Oh, yeah. I have one right here. Here we go. They have lightning-like movements. When this Pokemon runs at full speed, the sound of thunder reverberates.
Thunder reverberates at full speed.
Yeah. There are not very many variances to the Dex entries. It has just carried over the generations.
Okay, so that means it's a newer Pokemon, probably Gen 7.
Maybe. Or they've kept the Dex entry and just got lazy.
Thing is, the only thing that Dex told me is that, yeah, we got this electric type, it goes fast. I'm like, okay, thanks.
Well, I mean, that's kind of their thing. It's ill-tempered. When this ill-tempered Pokemon runs wild, it shoots lightning from its mane in all directions.
Zebstrika.
There you go. Congratulations. You are the Dexit champ for this week. Proud of you.
I can't believe I got that one.
Yeah.
The only thing that gave it away was that you said it's ill-tempered. And
Really?
have you seen how mean a Zebstrika looks? It is so angry. Like
Huh.
Everyone Google a picture of Zebstrika right now. If you're driving, maybe save this for later.
Interesting.
But look at it.
I would have thought that you'd have I thought that you would have been tipped off with it shoots lightning from its mane in all directions. I was like, oh, that's too specific.
Zebras call that mean?
I guess.
Look at Zebstrika.
Wow,
it's
it
so
looks
angry.
so mad.
Look at just the regular. Look, I'm gonna send you the regular sprite. Even the regular sprite, it's so angry.
That's true. It's got like those Yu-Gi-Oh eyes. Where it's just like perpetually mad at you. Even like if it's happy, it's just
I think Zebstrika is just very mad at Game Freak for giving it those stats. Let's be honest.
And then keeping it out of the next game.
It's just like, yeah, we're gonna give a Pokemon 3 amazing abilities.
Yeah.
But everything else is gonna be awful. We're gonna make its Dex entry about it going super stupid fast.
Huh.
But it's gonna get outsped by a bunny.
This guy does have Lightning Rod, Motor Drive, and Sap Sipper, huh?
3 very good abilities.
Very good. That's very, very good. Huh.
So it had potential until they decided to give it 63 in both defenses and 75 HP.
That's yucky. Why 63 specifically?
Because they didn't want to be a base total of 500. They only wanted to be a base total of 497.
You had the chance to make it 501, guys. Come on. Come on,
Deep
folks.
sigh.
All right. Well, that's going to be the end of our podcast today. Kevin, I want to thank you for just being you.
For doing my job.
Yeah.
You got it, man.
66 weeks, man. We got this. Yeah.
I hope something happens next week so we can talk. Well, I mean, real talk, before we go, Pokemon anniversary is the end of this month. What are you expecting?
Oh, Katy Perry is going to come on stage and be like, you guys wanted Gen 4, right? Do you ever feel like playing Gen 4? And then they're going to release it. Paper
Right
bag.
then and there?
Yep.
Do you think they've been working on Gen 4 in secret this whole time and nothing's been leaked about it yet?
I think
that'd be nuts.
I think that they didn't talk about Sword and Shield just before they started developing it. I think they always are working on the next thing in secret.
They're actually working on the Gen 5 remake right now.
You know what? They've got 2020s done. They're on the 2030s now. They know what they're doing. They've got their 10-year plan done.
Gen 16 done.
Yep.
Finished.
Yeah.
We got a laptop Pokemon.
Katy Perry's going to space.
Oh, that's why. Oh, now it all makes sense. Let's go, Sinnoh! Don't start, Gibby. Don't start.
Don't start.
Not this
Gibby.
again.
Here it comes. Okay, guys and lads and everybody, you can go and follow us on YouTube at youtube.com/Pokésports because we put out stuff every single day on that channel without fail. We're tired people, and we do it for you. So, yeah. Go and subscribe there. We're inching ever close to 8,000 subscribers right now, which is just super cool. I feel like if all of the people who listen to this podcast went and did that, we'd be even closer. So that'd be super cool. You can check us out on Twitter at PokesportsPod or Instagram at PokesportsPodcast. You can rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. Or you can go and check us out at patreon.com/PokesportsPodcast, where we put out our page and we put out a bunch of other fun stuff. Actually, not next week's page, but potentially the week after. We've got some pretty interesting things coming up for the post game. We'll be talking about it today on the page. So yeah, if you want to know about that, we're going to be working on some cool stuff. Anyway, people who will already know about all of those cool things by the time this podcast comes out on podcast providers would be people like Ahmed, Dante, Elijah, Gilberto, Michael, Braden, Colton, Sheldon with a D, not a T, Trevor, Alex, Brian, Carlo, Dreamweaver, Lewis, Roixon, Scott, Alex, Dustin, Joseph, Kingboo, Martine, Michael, again, Rowan, Travis, Jack S, Jack B, Totter, Jonathan, Juancito, Chris, Greg, LA Caveman, George, Mod Pierre. There you go. I said Mod this time. You deserve it. You're an awesome person, Pierre. Pink Hat Boy, Ryan Sowen, and of course, Mod Tofu. Kevin, where can people find you?
X-Rays Ovation. Or on the moon.
Oh.
To the moon.
You've got like seats beside Katy Perry? You didn't tell me?
Dude. I've been there. I'm waiting for Katy Perry.
I feel like a plastic bag.
There's no wind in space, so you can't drift in it.
You can find me at Still Just Mike anywhere you find people. Instagram, Twitter, that kind of stuff. Maybe someday I'll actually post there. I don't know. Dare me.
Google Pokésports. We use that more now.
It's very true. All right, folks. Thank you so much for joining us. Have yourselves a great day and a great week, and we'll see you on Sunday at our normal time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. Bye-bye.
Later.
Okay. Katie. Interesting. Gibby says, so glad I found this podcast real awesome. I'm so glad this podcast found you. You're real awesome.
I actually found you, Gibby.
Oh. Where were they?
It was me. They were hiding in your old closet.
Oh, that was it. The secret has been revealed. We did it.
Guys, I just like to congratulate ourselves for somehow stretching a podcast with almost no content out for 1 whole hour.
We had fun. We're allowed to have fun on this podcast. You know what?
If you look at these notes, though, guys, Mike has VGC news, 1 bullet point, new month.
Yup. It's a good show. All right, folks. We'll see you next week. Same time as normal, not this. So, yeah.
We'll see you a day earlier next week.
Yeah, 6 days. 6 days countdown. Normally it's 7. Now it's not.